Have you ever looked back and wished you'd been braver? You wished you'd made that change or taken that chance or had that tough conversation, but it was all just too awkward, too uncomfortable, too risky. And so you opted to stick with the status quo, to play it safe. But of course, when we play it safe, when we avoid doing the brave thing, it's not without risk itself. And so often we focus on the short-term emotions that we'll feel if we do the brave, scary thing, and we discount the long-term cost of playing it safe, of avoiding risk. In fact, our brains are twice as sensitive to potential losses as they are to potential gains. And when we're thinking about, do I do it or not? Do I take the leap or not? Do I have the conversation or not? We tend to think of all of the things that could go wrong, and yet we tend to underestimate, what's the price I'm going to pay if I don't do it? Of course, as we come out the other side of this pandemic, slowly, it's just human nature to want to revert back to how it was before. But of course, there's no going back. There's only going forward. And for you to really seize the opportunity that the challenges of this time hold for us to do things better, for us to move to higher ground, for us to live our lives in more meaningful ways, for us to lead others better, we have to be willing to choose courage over comfort, to take the brave path over the safe one, and to do that every day in small ways and in large ways. So whatever you've got going on right now, I'm sure you've got your share of challenges. I encourage you to think, what would I do if I was being brave? Where am I letting my fear of what could go wrong get in the way of me making things more right? Where am I wanting to have all of the ducks lined up in a row before I make a decision, before I put myself out there, before I try something new? I know there's a lot of risks to navigate, but don't discount the risk of not taking a risk. Don't discount the cost of playing it safe. And dare to back yourself. As I wrote in my latest book, You've Got This, so often our failure to trust in our ability to deal with the risks gets in the way of us taking the very actions that would put us in a better place 6 months from now, a year from now, 3 years from now. So I encourage you, back yourself more. Give yourself permission to figure it out as you go, because at the end of life, we regret far more the things and the risks that we didn't take, the things we didn't do, than the ones we did. Because even when a risk doesn't pay off, you always learn something. So I encourage you, be brave, and encourage those around you to be brave. Because if you're working in a team or an organization, you can do so much more when everyone is pulling together and everyone's willing to put themselves out there for the sake of a cause a little bit more important than protecting their pride. Take care, and remember, courage over comfort.